Hello, welcome back to Star Wars The Old Republic. I'm tOR, and I am looking for a very specific mission to pick up. There are like 3 or 4 around here that are supposed to all be your next missions. This is the one that's in our mission log, First Strike, so I know it's not that one. And then there's this guy here, Priority Mission Carrier, but he talks about Corellia. So I'm very certain that it's not him. However, this guy talks about Belsavis, and this mission terminal talks about Belsavis. And I know that one of them is the one that I'm looking for. This is the Belsavis bonus series. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's for Belsavis. It's not for something else. Okay, pretty sure I got the right one. Well, let's head to Belsavis and see what's going on here. Just a second. Let me try to remember. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to do here on the fleet. Cartel Market. I recently got 700. So what I need to do now is you go to Cartel Market Special. I've previously purchased the mercenary contract for Treek. So now I can purchase for 700 credits. I think it's like it's like 1,300 credits or something like that, 1,100 credits to buy it for a single character. And after you buy it for a single character, Treek is available for 300,000 credits, in-game credits, for the rest of that legacy. However, I've purchased Treek on another server, which means another legacy. However, if I spend 700 more, then I will unlock Treek across my account. And I'll be able to pull Treek out whenever I want on any account. So we're going to buy that. Oh, sweetness. Okay, so now I can transfer a copy to my inventory anytime I want to unlock Treek. And that gives me a mission to go speak with MQ-12. So let's go have a word with MQ-12.
A pleasure to greet you, my lord. I am MQ-12, liaison to the Ministry of War's Mercenary Recruitment Division. I find appropriate employment for talented freelance soldiers serving the Empire. Would you be interested in acquiring a combatant who achieved a perfect score on the Mechas Aggression Index?
I've never heard of this aggression index before. Explain it.
The test measures an individual's psychological predisposition toward violence and effectiveness at channeling hostility during combat encounters. Perfect scores are exceedingly rare. The Science Bureau has classified this mercenary as a hopelessly primitive creature from an undeveloped Outer Rim system, but judged it as useful nonetheless. It has served Imperial interests on Balmorra and Taris. Most recently, it proved invaluable to operations on Corellia by assassinating over 15 enemy commanders.
Don't expect me to be impressed. Compared to me, this mercenary is an amateur.
Perhaps, but an extremely promising one nevertheless. Keep an open mind. You may be surprised. Judge for yourself. It understands our language well enough and will respond in its own crude fashion. The subject calls itself Treek.
You are Darth of the Dark Council, vanquisher of foes many, wielder of powers endless. This is a great honor, mighty Sith.
Your intelligence far exceeds your stature. How could I ever refuse the service of such an ardent admirer?
I am fated to serve your will. Set a challenge before me, I will conquer it. I offer you my strong arms and clear eyes. I fight for your cause and do not fail. You provide epic battles. Together we become legends. You agree?
Welcome to my crew. Your contract with me begins ready.
I was born for this moment. We go. You are now my chief. I will go claim my place on your starship and wait for orders.
I am pleased you found my offering worthwhile, my lord. I will report our success to the Ministry of War. Good day.
Alright, so now we have unlocked Treek as a companion. Treek is unique as a companion up till now, because Treek's two stances, between Treek's two stances, neither of them is a DPS stance. We have a tank stance, and we have a healer stance. I'll obviously be using the tank stance. And all of her abilities will do two different things depending on what stance you're in. It'll either do a lot of threat, or it will, heal. So this is good. We've got a whole nother companion to look at in the companions subtree of the achievements. So let's go pull up Treek's entry. This should be in general. Nope. Shared. There we go, Treek. Alright, so we have to max affection with Treek as an Imperial and as a Republic, and we just have to defeat the standard 1,000 enemies. After which we will go back to using Chem again, because I still like Chem better. There's no arguing, Chem is one of the best tanks out there. Okay, so now we need to go speak to Agent Brandis, who is on Belsavis. So let's head over to Belsavis. Let's see what Agent Brandis has to say. Those other missions in there, I'll be covering them later. I'm just trying to do things in approximately the right order. Alright, since we've completed Chapter 3, Chem wants to talk to us. And also, Treek is our new companion, so let's talk to Treek first.
I assume you settled in.
I hope we make space journeys many, Chief. I love the boom of engines, the screech of hyperspace, good noises, legendary sounds. My homeworld has no starships. My people live in the trees, close to the sky, but the stars endless remain out of reach always. I am alone among my people. No other has flown a starship. That is how I left my homeworld and came here.
You flew a starship by yourself. How did you even get a hold of it? Your homeworld doesn't have it.
It was not easy, but it is a good tale, I will tell you. I still remember seeing the starship. It roared like a Gorax in the sky, trailing smoke and flame. I followed. It was my fate. I found the crew fixing their broken starship. I offered help, but they shot at me and laughed. After nights many, I finally killed them all and claimed their starship. The shooting did not bother me, but the laughing was too far. The ship droid was smart. It surrendered, finished repairs, and taught me the controls. Then I flew into space. Zoomed to fate. I landed on a world of terrible smells endless. They call it Nar Shaddaa. I found strong allies and Imperial jobs many to attack Republic targets. Good days.
Never mind, I can't go because I'm just gonna make a big deal out of this.
Why did they attack Republic targets on Nar Shaddaa?
Clan Ordo, Mandalorian warriors. They gave me food, taught me fighting, and let me charge into battle ahead of them. Fate brought the starship and Nar Shaddaa to me. Now, Fate brings you and your mission. On my homeworld, I am a legend, but now, my tale spreads to the stars. We go, Chief. Sorry about that. I'll go to the next thing right now so you can hear it. My master, the moment approaches. The lady's schemes are coming. Grant me your promise that you'll help me defeat her. She must not complete the ritual to banish me. Thank you, my master. I await my liberation.
Quickly, while I have the upper hand, I finished the work on my ritual. There's only one more piece required. Will you help?
Why should I help you?
The storehouse you saw was only a sampling of the powerful items I possess. Can Kemval offer you that?
Tell me what this ritual entails.
The ritual I propose requires one more thing. A Rakata box. A sort of mental prison employed by the ancient Rakatan Infinite Empire. One of these boxes has recently been discovered on Taris, of all places. It's being transported off the planet soon. We must recover it.
I'll set a course for Taris right away.
Hurry. We must intercept the box at the Taris space station. The ritual can't be performed without it.
Maybe it's inside. This is Chem's side quest. I'm going to have Chem out for this.
Excellent. This Rakata box is key to the ritual. Even one as force resistant as Ken won't be able to resist the box's pull. He will be imprisoned, and I will finally have this wonderful body to myself. One more thing. Once the ritual has begun, I need you to give me as much of your power as you can, so I can resist the box's pull. Understood?
Won't any power I give you also go to Kem?
Once the ritual starts, our spirits will be separate enough that it shouldn't matter, as long as I maintain control. Now, let's get started. Yes, it's working. The box is activating. I can feel its pull.
Which you will not win easily.
You really think I'm that stupid?
What kind of trick is this? I can't resist its pull.
Here, have my strength.
Thank you, my master.
What are you doing? We have a deal!
You underestimate my master, Witch. Your snares are worthless. Your schemes are nothing. At last, my body is my own again. Yes. Let's shoot this accursed box out of the airlock and go. Oh, heck yes. Well, I'm sorry that giving the power, Kim didn't like it, but other than that, it was successful. Alright, now I need to get back to my ship. So let's go to the Toxic Lake Garrison, get back up to my ship, and now we'll head to Belsavis. I really need to get Chem's affection up so he can finish his storyline. I'm not sure if you can choose to have Darth Zash stay in the body while Chem leaves. I don't know if that's an option. But I way prefer Chem over her. Alright, on to Belsavis.
Welcome back, Master. I've just completed a new meal plan for your culinary pleasure.
Beg pardon, my lord. Agent Brandis at your service. The Imperial Guard requests your immediate attention.
My lord. Excellent. I feared you had departed Belsavis after your dealings with the Rakata technology. I am Commander Vorel of the Imperial Guard. Your deeds have drawn the eye of my master, the Emperor. He calls on you for a vital assignment.
My power increases daily. The Emperor's admiration is only natural.
I am sure you will meet his high expectations. Agent Brandis, the briefing.
Yes, Commander. As you know, the Rakata built Belsavis' prison. They're gone, but their technology remains buried in the planet. At 0700 hours, we located the Rakata machinery that powers Belsavis. Its immediate recovery is the Empire's top priority.
I'm growing quite familiar with these Rakata devices.
Your unique knowledge factors heavily in your involvement, my lord. Once secured, the Empire will use the Rakata technology to construct a massive research station in Belsavis' image. From this second Belsavis, we will harness and perfect the Rakata's might. But first, you must help me claim their technology.
If this technology is as powerful as you claim, I can't wait to get my hands on it.
You will not be disappointed, my lord. Join me at Site 2 of the Republic's domination experiments. We will discuss your involvement further.
There you have it. Be careful. The Rakata tech has done something awful to the alien prisoners there.
Oh good, it says Belsavis bonus series. I picked the right one. Okay, this is what I wanted to do for the end of this series, was complete the bonus series and then go pick up a few datacrons that I had skipped because they were in like heroic areas and stuff. It was just too hard to get them at level. So I'm going to go back and get them. I think there's 4 of them. I'm going to go back and get afterwards, just because they were a little hard to get at the appropriate level. Alright. Now technically it starts down here. The Belsavis bonus series happens right there, but you won't have this speeder path unlocked yet because, well, in a normal place, this is just because of the 12 times experience epic story event, that all speeders unlocked right when you get to the planet, so you can just fly around and do your class quests. Well, apparently this also includes bonus series areas, so yeah, I'm going to fly to here and I'll show you where to go to get to the bonus series. Now the Belsavis bonus series, there's an important reason why I'm putting it at the end of this series, not at the beginning of the next series. The Belsavis bonus series, as you go through it, there's like a couple of one-time missions that you won't be able to pick up again, but the rest of them are all daily missions. You'll be able to pick them up again and again and again every day, and they're one-person missions. And on top of that, almost every single time you make a conversation choice, most of your companions will either gain or lose, depending on the choice, affection. And so I like to use this area, the whole Belsavis bonus series, to grind up my companion affection for all 5 of my original companions: Kem, Andronikos, Halos, Ashara, and Zalek. It doesn't work for Treek, nor does it work for the other bonus companion. I'm sure you've seen it, but I won't say it here just for spoiler reasons. And it doesn't work on the ship droid. Then you have to find other ways to grind up their affection. But for this series, yeah, so while you're picking up the quests and dropping off the quests, you just have out the companion that you are trying to work on their affection. And then you just keep trying, and you can hit escape. You can hit escape if you want to exit out of the conversation. You can try all the choices again, just so you can get the right choices for the right companions. And you just run them every day. And so after I finish the Belsavis bonus series, I'm going to be running it every day until I get all my companions up to max affection. And only at that point will I begin the next series. So when I finish the Belsavis bonus series and then go get those couple of datacrons, there'll be a week or 2 or 3 that I won't be running tOR in my Let's Play series. I'll still be streaming them to Twitch, so come over and watch me on Twitch. But otherwise, I will not be posting any videos of tOR of his next series for a few weeks until I get this up, which means that Kazoro will be my main Let's Play. I'll be trying to post videos every day when I get to that point of Kazoro. And I will need a new side Let's Play that I'll post once or twice a week. So I will be creating a new character just for that purpose. This is exciting, huh? A brand new character. Anyway, this is where the taxi will drop you off, right here. And then you just come in here and you'll get a few quests. I personally like to pick up the one that any that are marked in green first, and then pick up all the other ones, all the new ones. So that's just my personal preference, but you can do it in any order you want. So we're going to be working on Chem first, and then we'll switch over to Treek and do some grinding with Treek.
Tell me about the Rakata technology. I will give you a count of 3. 1, 2. My lord, come in. Welcome to the domination experiments. The Republic erected this site. The crazed alien inmates here were their test subjects.
Narwata! Inside Kanish! Help! Data!
The Rakata technology we seek causes this madness. First it broke the prisoners, then it drove the Republic scientists insane. Such is the power of the Rakata.
I've always wanted to drive people insane.
My newest captive may interest you. Meet Dr. Nia, Republic xenobiologist, overseer of these domination experiments.
I discovered the Builder's glory, but you were jealous, called my tests barbaric. Now look at yourself, drowning in the seas of Leon.
Somehow he infected his colleagues. They became cruel shadows of Belsavis's architects.
The Builders chose me. Genius, brilliant, they say, to proliferate their magnificence. The Rakata, they showed me the path to their power.
Nia possesses the Rakata's secrets. He agreed to assist our recovery.
I'm actually going to choose a different option. There.
I've always wanted to drive people insane.
My newest captain.
I thought I was crazy.
There we go. I am enlightened. The Builders graced me with their knowledge.
He agreed to assist our recovery.
I need my research, but those Republic morons unleashed my test subjects. They're impeding scientific progress.
Are in chaos. Without order, our mission cannot proceed. Bring the experiments under control, and Dr. Nia can lead us to the Rakata technology. Then we will build our second Belsavis.
I've been looking for a reason to cause some chaos.
Do what you must. Confer with our allies. When the domination experiment is ours, rendezvous with my strike team. They will prep the technology's extraction. Now go. For the Empire.
Alright. So now we get to pick up some of these missions around here and actually run them. I believe... yeah, at least 1 or 2 of these are probably one-time missions, so let's check it out.
The Empire cannot survive without the strength of the Sith to rest on. I'm sure you've heard of the Republic's so-called domination experiments. Alien pitted against alien to see who's the strongest. The experiments collapsed when the prison break started, and the aliens scattered. But the esteemed Darth Fastus has sent me to resume the trials.
What is Darth Fastus's interest in the domination trials?
Darth Fastus wants to gather enough aliens to resume and improve the experiments, using genetic modification to create the perfect alien fighters. Problem is, the freed aliens have split into gangs, and they're not fond of the idea of being experimented on.
If they're not saying yes, then you're not asking right.
I said the aliens weren't fond of the experiments. That was only mostly true. We had one group interested, Gamorrean gang, the Fire Eaters. Their leader, Kazak Hearn, had agreed to help round up the other aliens when the other gangs joined against him and captured his lieutenants. We can't restart the experiments without his help, and he won't help unless his lieutenants are freed. Want to go show some aliens the Empire's power?
There can be no doubt about that.
Appreciate it. I simply don't have the manpower to take on all these gangs. Kazak Hearn's lieutenants are scattered throughout the old experiment grounds. They'll be under heavy guard, so be careful.
In the final years of the reign of Adjutant Paul, 5 Dark Lords explored the machine, the Wraith Box. One burned in purple flame, another vanished from sight. 2 brothers slew each other, and only one Sith returned to Korriban. From the Chronicles. A Major Guard Chakron Imperial Reclamation Service. It's an honor, my lord.
If you're Reclamation Service archaeologists, you're not...
Trying to get the conversation points. Let's try that again.
Tell me what this says.
My team excavated a tunnel and an alien device of unknown purpose. We call it the Wraith Box, after the device from the Adjutant Paul legend. It disintegrated 3 of my men, but the tunnel carvings suggest it grants great power.
Life is rough, but at least it's interesting.
I believe the device is incomplete. When the breakout started, the prisoners went scrounging for salvage. They had no idea what they had. If the pieces can be recovered and the Wraith Box restored, the Reclamation Service would be proud to see it in the hands of a Sith.
I'd say we've come to an agreement.
And so the mighty descended into darkness to seek the secrets long forgotten. Good luck.
Such power, such potential. The things I could teach you. I am Lord Shah, but please call me whatever you like.
What are you trying to sell?
I offer much. All you have to do is ask. Perhaps you can help me find an old acquaintance, Lord Raxus. Dear man, very vigorous in his time. Imprisoned here some 20 years ago. Seems the terms of his release were omitted from the Treaty of Coruscant.
Can't imagine he liked being left here to rot.
No, though he shouldn't have been surprised. Raxus was a known radical, had several enemies in the Dark Council, was marked for death when the Jedi captured him. Whoever slays him is all but guaranteed the Dark Council's favor. And mine.
You don't exactly come away empty-handed.
Raxus and I were close once. I was young, impressionable. A demonstration of my loyalties is long overdue. Lord Raxus is a cunning Sith, very influential with the rabble here. He's amassed a considerable following. These thralls will protect Raxus with their lives. Consider them equally expendable.
Alright, and with that, I'm about done here. So next time I will start in on these quests, and I'll show you all the quests. I do believe that Scientific Endeavors is a one-time mission, but I'm positive that old enemies and unintended consequences are repeatable. So keep that in mind. Yeah, next time we'll break into these quests, and we'll do it with Treek out, so we can start getting kills for Treek. And between this time and next time, just so you're aware, I may come over here and look for some gear to purchase for Treek. Those are just schematics. Yeah, so I might find some aim gear here for Treek. Some aim gear for... I'm trying to remember. Some aim gear with defensive capabilities. And there's relics here to get too. I might look somewhere else for it too, just to get 1 or 2 pieces for Treek, because Treek's gear is quite underleveled. But yeah, I might do that for next time, or I might not. Actually, Treek's gear is all modifiable. I'll probably head up to the fleet and find a vendor for Treek that just sells armorings and mods and stuff, and I'll just slap a bunch of those in here. Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, but I'll do something about Treek's gear before next time. I'll let you know next time. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.